Hey everybody, I have a 1962 Olympia SM7 for you today. Take a look at this guy. This is the original blue, very handsome. And so we're going to take a look at how to use this and then do some typing on it. So first off, back here is your paper release. You just press this button and voila, your paper holder, and you can extend it. Very handy because otherwise your paper just kind of flops over and you can't see what you're writing, so I find it very handy. Okay, margins are squeeze and drag like this. And by the way, my name is Laura with Jot and Tittle Typewriters, and if you're not familiar with us, please visit our website. It's jotandtittletypewriters.com. You'll find that link in the description below. We're so glad to have you if you're new to this channel. We hope you find lots of useful information on here. Okay, so Olympias, I just showed you the margins. Olympias are very quality. So typewriters, they're really a step above the Royals and the Smith Coronas. Fantastic for active writers. This is the carriage area, and right now it's locked, okay, so you can't move it or anything like that. And to unlock it, there's a lever on the left side. Release that. You saw that kind of let go. And there it is. Now, I will say that the carriage lock, it is working, but we got it and it was bent, so we had to put it back in place. So just keep that in mind. There is a potential that it could stop working on you, but right now it is. And I just want to be honest with you about that. Okay, so carriage release, you just press this down. Okay, and same on the left side. It doesn't matter if you do the left or the right. Now this lever, when you pull it forward, releases the tension on the paper so you can adjust it, and I'll show you how to use that here in a little bit. And then over on the left side, you'll have a lever here, and that determines when you hit your return handle if it's going to advance 1, 2, or 3 lines. If you go all the way to the top where there's a dot, then it's not going to advance at all, which is just good for storing or transporting. That means if this handle gets bumped or something, it's not going to cause anything else to happen. So anyway, love the Olympias. Let's go ahead and move it all the way to the left, and we're going to look on the inside of this. Now, this whole blue cover, like I said, is original color, but this whole cover comes off. And so to get it off, I like to put my thumbs kind of on, you see this kind of this grooved area, kind of put my thumbs there and then pull. And then just pull out like that, and you'll see the escapement area, and you'll see we have metal spools on here. Now the metal spools have extra ribbon on it, so it's like you're getting a whole extra ribbon for free. Lucky you. And that is because with the metal spools, we hand wind the ribbon. The regular universal spools that we normally put on here come prepackaged to us, and we just pop them on there. They're a great budget option for you. Now, if you are looking to purchase new ribbon, please visit our website. The link is below, and we have a couple of options. And so the standard universal ribbon on there has about 20 feet. It comes wrapped in a sealed package, and it's something that we purchase bulk and then resell to you. But then we also have the option where it says 48 feet, and that's ribbon and spools that we roll in our shop. And so you can choose between metal or plastic spools, and then we put double the ribbon on it basically and send that out to you. And then you also have the option to send us your spools. If you have the original, you can send it to us and we'll re-roll it for you. Okay. One note, our ribbons do not auto reverse, so just be aware of that. Okay, when you insert your spools, when it's time to change it out, there's a little arm, spring-loaded arm on each side. And you just got to pull that out before you remove your spool, okay? And then the spools just sit right there. And then make sure it's threaded. Here's guide wires here and then here. And see, I got it out, but so you got to put it back in, and my hands are going to get all inky. So now they're inky, but that's part of it. So make sure it's threaded properly, and there is an up-close photo in the product listing link, so you can bookmark that or just save it to your desktop if you have one of these and you want to know how to thread your ribbon. Make sure black is on top, red is on bottom. When it gets to the end of the spool, it's not the end of the ribbon. You just need to manually reverse it, and it doesn't matter which side. Just back and forth, and you can reverse the direction many times before you need to change out the ribbon. So you just keep typing on it until that ink starts to, until you use up all the ink in the ribbon. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the cover back on. Now when you put the cover back on, you'll see, can you see this? There's a little groove. It's on both sides, and then there's a little pin that sticks out on either side. And so you just gotta line that up and then fold the cover back down. So let's take a look here. And then snap it. It'll snap in place. Got some ink on there. And voila. Okay, let's do some typing on this. So your paper just sets right there, and then you turn the handle, and that'll come right through. Very nice. And look, it's nice and even. But if it wasn't even, then that's when I use this lever to straighten the paper out if I need to move it around or anything like that. But once you do that, just re-engage, and see, now it's not nearly as even. There we go. And then you're ready to type. So let me check my margins. I'm going to put my little doohickey up, and here we go. So this is, just does not have a number 1. You use a lowercase l. It's a 1962 Olympia SM7. And tabs, we haven't talked about tabs yet, but here's your tab. And you set it here and you clear it here. Let's clear that tab and let's go out and set it. Let's see if that worked. Oh, it looks like there's a bunch of tabs. There we go. There's a bunch of tabs set on here. So this one, you do need to hit the keys pretty hard. I mean, not like bang, 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 but if you have smaller hands, more petite hands like I do, this is going to be a little bit harder to type on because you have to have quite a bit of strength, because you do need to press down pretty far for it to hit the paper there. And that's just part of manuals. Okay, there's the bell. Sounds nice and strong. Okay, we're using the red ink right now, so I'm going to switch over and use the black. This is your color selector. It has a little red, a white, and a blue. The blue is really black. The white is stencil, and if your selector is on that, your typewriter is not going to work properly. You won't ever use the stencil, so make sure that it's firmly on one of the colors, the black or the red. Now, there are two things when you're typing and and all of a sudden it changes and it's not typing properly, there's two things to check. First of all, reverse the direction of your ribbon. That almost always takes care of the issue. And secondly, your color selector, make sure your selection lever is firmly on a color and not on the white. Okay. I'm going to keep going. There's that bell. So we're going to show you the margin release. Okay, so now it's not going to let me go anywhere because I'm at the end of my margin. So MR says margin release. I'll hit that. I can finish my word and then hit the return handle. Sorry. Okay, so what happens if you make a mistake? Well, here's your backspace button, but remember, backspace does not erase, it just backspaces. So then you can go to your mistake and you can type over it, or if it's just, you just totally mutilated a word, just X through it and keep going. And that's just part of using typewriters, and it's okay. Mistakes are going to be a normal part of your typewriter experience. So this one works very well. It does need a heavier hand, just because the distance to press down those keys is quite far. And so if you have really petite hands, you may not, I mean, you can still use it, but you're going to have to 1 and 2 finger it most of the time. So just be aware of that. So for younger typers, this is not going to be ideal, but those of you who have nice long fingers, you'll be just fine. And this is definitely for active writers. Those of you who do a lot of writing, you're working on a book or something like that, you're going to love this typewriter. Thanks so much for watching. You have a great day.